Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And it feels pretty cold during the first days of Christmas as well. And probably you think it's cold here in this room or in my room by the first days of Christmas as well. And we're going to be checking out for the Project Joy Comic Studio. Even perhaps it's only for some sort of monitors like there must be some kind of TV guys like kids and everywhere, probably like all of those characters as well. So, as we'll be checking out for the comics as well, that wasn't gonna be pretty for sure. It was not going to be a lot of one thing as well. For some characters like them, and it could be for like anywhere as that we really don't know about for some sort of like the TV mans and TV women's like those things, or the TV children's for some other kinds of anything but as well. Nothing but a Peppa Pig reference we're going to be checking out and try to do to make some sort of a comic as well. So this is not actually going to be a little bit real, and some characters could be much some kind of unknown reality as well. So we're now going to be starting with this, and it was starting a little bit small as well, and that wasn't going to be for really Christmas, a little bit for one thing as well. So she didn't absolutely getting for a little bit of clothes, but she wears a sweater, like I'm probably what it is. And the next one could be for the CD. This is some sort of a CD as well. This is could be for perhaps it was another television for something as well. Another one is SOE, and she also wears a sweater, but probably if this is absolutely for some sort of, there must be a male for one thing. There's a female over here, including this, and the other one could be for the ORB, which means Rob. Yep, another one could be it is. And another characters could be for another face. So this is absolutely the main characters like them. The main villains could be for the fair, evil, MP4U, and pure. Which is some kind of which is FAIR, EVIL, MP4U, and PURE. Yeah, what is this? Some kind of this. And we're gonna be checking out the villains, which is absolutely for a male version. That television was pretty corrupted as well. Another one, this is some kind of for an evil version, that the television looked like broken as anything. And this isn't going to be for such as anywhere. That we just turned it on for the spoilers. Wait, we just already checked it around for the spoilers as well. The MP4U probably isn't gonna be like this, but turns out that isn't gonna be pretty too silly as well. Really, thankfully, wild as well. And the PURE was actually for a luxury female version, or some sort of a luxury female like these. And the others could be from Supercomputer T, RAM, Error, the Lure, Sam, Rock, Zanny, Angie, CUPID, Spook, Dream, Polite, Java, Dump, DIY, and Candy. So we might not supposed to be checking out one of those characters as well, but this is absolutely made by him or herself, and we're going to be checking out for the items, which means that must be the title called the Project Joy, and which means there must be a television over here, some cell phones or other kinds of ports, and some descriptions and some sort of folders like them as well. Even it's absolutely too big to be fitting in for some sort of comics, but we're not sure, it's not gonna be revealed at any moment. The full reveal is absolutely going to be for a long story for such as well, and we might not going to be seeing this some sort of for the explanation as well. This is could be for the dance. This could be for the dancing floor, for probably as well. And another one, this isn't going to be the main character as well. When it was absolutely, I'm not very sure. I remember this some kind of person when she actually grown up as well. It's absolutely for adulthood as well. It was like for some sort of an unknown reasons as well. So another one could be for one thing, and probably it was another villain as well. That sabotage. The arrow looks like for some sort of a monster, but I couldn't believe this is absolutely for some sort of the most villain like those things. The yellow RE was absolutely the most broken, the broken device what I just ever seen this. That turns into some kind of the abandoned thing, like for some sort of like this, and she absolutely being defeated as well. And another one is Sam, and she was a little bit small kid as well, even though it's absolutely for one male person. Another one is Rock, and I couldn't believe this is gonna be for all characters like them as well. So how many characters is going to be getting a lot as well? So there must be another one. Is I don't know. This is absolutely Verzani, and there is Angie. Could be for reference as Parfait Cookie, and probably she was a nurse or something. And another one could be for one, and probably for something. It was absolutely for Angry, or the Angie, or the Angie version 2 like this, instead of like some sort of for the Cookie Run version as this. Another one is Cupid, and it's going to be for some sort of a little person like a female. And another one is Spook. It was absolutely for some sort of the prank thing is absolutely going to be ruin other things as well. When he was little, it was going to be spook everything as possible as well. And another one is the Dream. She was a good person, but I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for such one thing. So she was very little, and probably like this thing, by perhaps like this character. And another one is Polite, and it's absolutely going to be, it's not going to be doing this as well. So she's also a perfect good little girl as well. Another one is Java. It was in the side of the computer as well. And probably it's not for the real description of around here. So a person like the Goob, or this could be for the Dandy's World reference, holding a sign or a warning sign over here. And another one is the Dump, and probably like the reference that turn into some kind of an evil person as well. And another one is the DIY, who's the person who might gotta be repairing stuff, or it's not gonna be for some sort of real thing as well. So some sort of like this was some kind of the salesman, and the kit or some kind of candy was another good person, and it's absolutely still actually pretty good. That must be the all of the characters. I mean, that must be all of the characters, and we're going to be seeing the effects wasn't going to be real. And the backgrounds was only for 2 left, which means we might going to be added a little bit something very small over here. But I cannot believe this isn't going to be such as an easy plan to edit something like anywheres to do so. Before we're gonna end of this video, we had a bunch of Kukuman characters from Oven Break and Kingdom. Because that isn't going to be referenced starting with this, Because I'm not very sure that this thing as well, like the dunk bot, probably isn't going to be looking out for anything as well. So nothing realized that Cyber Cookie was pretty thinking as well. I'm not sure. He was pretty thinking, alright, for just some kind of dunk bot as well. Found in the mods as well. So we're going to be taking into the mods as well. And this is gonna be Hex, and probably the Hex bot could be for perhaps some sort of like this. And I'm not pretty sure. This isn't going to be that realized. This is the reference name to Ben 10, and for some sort of like other kinds of like this, it was some sort of for an unknown villain that we possibly think that the cyber cookie that the name could be for around for the villain from Ben 10. And expected right here that we added a cyborg cookie and an ion cookie bot could be really possible as well. So we're not thinking about for some kind of an unknown thing that turned into some kind of antichrist. So nothing that you can see here in the mods that hexes control about a robot that turns into some kind of monster by the number 16, a basketball player. And probably not very sure, this is completely related to Parfait Cookie. But perhaps, like for some sort of, for the Angie, was completely related, but almost related to Parfait Cookie. But I'm not very sure this won't able to match their eyes, because the mouth was pretty matched as well. But the nurse, like some sort of lips could matching, and it has matched like these things that possible as well. And finally, that centipede cookie is going to be chasing down from an irresponsible dad and a Segway man. Even that must be chased by for some sort of like the dunes, like the most worst cookies of all time. Even perhaps like the Segway man and the irresponsible dad being chased by the worst cookie that you ever seen this for someone's entire life, like whatever it is, it's centipede cookie chasing down like anything as well. So I'm not gonna be talking a little bit too much, and that is it for as well for the all characters like them. So if you like to check it out of this comic studio, but you have to be at the age of 16 years and up to view of this comic studio, or you might going to be checking out for some sort of like this, and you might also browse some comics by clicking for the main website below to check out anywhere that you can do. Expect most likely for the ad pop-ups as well. And thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm gonna be talking to you mini lads all later, and probably especially for some sort of comic studio users like all later or something that we just say